Hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there? I'm here right now to show with my 12 new lady hens to share the difference between human behavior and animal behavior, and how we as humans continue to attribute, well, humanizing animal behavior and giving animals characteristics that aren't real. And what I mean by that is, let me see if I can explain here. So we just rescued, we have 39 birds here now on our farm. And we just rescued these 12 new comet hens, ladies, that came from a hen house, which I, after rescuing these birds, discovered was from a battery hen house. Battery hen, what is that? I'd never heard of that in my life. And I quickly began to Google and discover that battery hens are, well, they're the ones responsible for the eggs in the grocery stores here for us. They're the ones who lay the eggs that are distributed in mass quantities to grocery stores. And here I live on a farm, and I never thought about anything in regards. I have since learned that battery hens live in terrible conditions. They have terrible lives. They are placed, from what I understand, 80 birds in a cage, in places where these cages are lined from ceiling to floor, wall to wall. They cut their beaks because, well, when you put 80 birds in a cage, they're gonna fight. And so cutting their beaks helps to, I don't know what it helps to do, to be honest. I'm still learning all of this with, I'm in awe. It's been over 2.5 weeks since we welcomed these new battery hens. I'm not even gonna call them battery hens anymore. I'm just doing that to share with life. I'm not here to start any political agendas. I'm not here to picket or riot anything or change anything with the ways that this world is with raising such things for food consumption in life. These ladies are about 12 to 18 months old. We have 39 birds. We have 9 roosters. We needed more ladies. We're a small hobby farm. We are here to do gradual introductions to the flock. Been over 2.5 weeks. I have introduced these ladies to one of my smaller flocks over here, which consists of 2 silky roosters and 3 hens. And they have welcomed this little flock here, the 12 new ladies. I'm not gonna call them battery hens anymore. I say, who wants to be labeled anything? You know, they don't know that they were battery hens. These birds, these ladies, they were born and raised in horrific conditions. And ultimately what happened is we were looking for new ladies, and we found somebody over an hour away who had a lot of birds, and we went to go get these girls and discovered that, well, they looked awful. I was like, what is this? What is wrong with these girls? And then somebody brought to my attention that they are called battery hens, and these are the hens that lay eggs. That is where eggs come from in all the grocery stores in our country. I'm a very sensitive person in life. I'm very emotional, and yet living on a farm has taught me to separate such emotion from reality in such ways. I'm gonna flip the camera around here because why am I videoing me? Like, what is this? I'm here talking about my hens. I don't want to be talking about me or looking at me. So hold on, I'm still getting used to these live videos. I don't know how to Listen to them. Hold on. Let me find Flip here. Where's the Flip on here? There we go. Now we're talking. All right. So with these 12 new hens that we welcomed into our flock about 2.5 weeks ago, we are here to do gradual introductions. We're not here to throw these ladies in with 9 roosters and say, go get them. These ladies came to us in horrific condition. They are about 12 to 18 months old. From what I understand, their life has been lived in cages. Their beaks have been cut to prevent them from fighting while they're in these crowded, overcrowded cages. They have gone through being drugged, you know, with such hormones that put them into a state of, well, menopause almost. And they put them into times of blackout where there's no light at all. And then all of a sudden they switch on faux sunlight with actual lighting that then promotes them to lay even more eggs. They have been in a constant state of molting their entire 12 to 18 months of their life. They never knew grass before. They never knew sun, real sun. Before, they never felt dirt. They never got to peck. They never got to free range or anything. Again, I'm not here to start any political debates here with how we get our eggs in grocery stores. I'm most fascinated with the progress that these ladies have made on our farm. I am really big into gradual introductions, of course, also with the isolation period. You're always going to have people argue with anything in life. And, you know, anybody will say you need to give them 2 weeks to 30 days of isolation before you introduce them to anybody. Well, you know what? It's my farm, and I'm doing it my way. And yet, my way does rely on a lot of research, a lot of watching videos, and everything else in between. These girls, over the past 2.5 weeks, I am in awe, A-W-E, awe, seeing that they are growing new feathers. From what I read, most of these birds, when rescued, only live 2 to 12 months because of the horrific conditions that they are raised in for that 12 to 18 months. I couldn't believe Nub. Look at, here's Nub up here. Nub, she had no tail feathers at all. She has one. Look at those little feathers growing back.